Episode 33. Leslie reminisces back to when she put potassium in Laura's IV. She's holding another vial of potassium and saying it's amazing what potassium can do. This woman is going to kill Laura if she doesn't get stopped. I mean, this is insanity. Laura had a heart attack from the first time she inserted her IV with the potassium, and now she has an infection that's going to keep her in the hospital for a long time. And then you're going to come back with another vial? I mean, she's already been through so much, and she's going to come and finish the job? And now I'm convinced that's what Leslie wants. What else could she be expecting? This is insanity. Next, Andre is going over video for the upcoming wedding anniversary of Ted and Nicole. And Nicole is talking about, on the video, on the portion that Andre is reviewing, Nicole is talking about Martin having a fever and becoming lethargic one night. And it was during a snowstorm, so she couldn't find Ted. And now we know that this is more than likely, this is leading up to when Ted was having an affair with Leslie. The reason why Nicole couldn't find Ted. And Nicole goes on to say that she got Martin to the hospital and Ted showed up hours later, telling her that he was in some type of pile up on the expressway. And no, we know exactly where he was. Next, oh Lord, it's Dr. McBride at the casino. Shocker. Apparently he's winning and Joey ain't happy about it. So Dr. McBride's friend Randy comes in and Joey's giving him that look like, go get your boy. He's doing too much. And so Dr. McBride is telling Randy that luck is on his side. Here we go with that BS again. And the same old stuff it seems with Dr. McBride. It's just the same stuff, rinse and repeat every day. Anyway, Dr. McBride gets a call from Shanice about a young cardiac patient coming into the hospital. And instead of Dr. McBride saying, I'll be on my way, he's trying to find out who else is on rotation. And Shanice has to tell him, you're on rotation. There's nobody else to call. So you need to get here. Then he reluctantly leaves. And that definitely makes Joey happy. Next, Danny comes by Martin and Smitty's to talk to Samantha about being her manager. Unbeknownst to Danny, Samantha has called Chelsea to be her manager. So Chelsea comes in and Danny looks like, oh yeah, I know what's going on. And Chelsea felt bad for her mom. So she says to Samantha, I got a lot going on. I don't know if I can do it. And Samantha's letting her know, no, you're my first choice. I called you to do it. Next, Eva is wondering if the new wig her mom is wearing is a disguise. And she also asks Leslie, was she impersonating a nurse at the hospital? So Eva's putting two and two together. And she knows that this latest incident with Laura and her having the infection and having to stay in the hospital longer, that this ain't no coincidence. I mean, first the girl gets ran off the road and now she has an infection and she's going to be in the hospital longer. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to put two and two together and say that something's not right. And who would this benefit Laura staying in the hospital? It's going to benefit Leslie and her mission. So I think Eva is starting to understand that. Next, Dr. McBride really needs to go get himself some help. He is in the middle of surgery and he's getting a shaky hand thinking about the poker table while he's operating on someone's child. Operating on their heart, thinking about the poker table. You got to be freaking kidding me. So he realizes that he's in trouble because the patient's blood pressure is plummeting. And so he gets another surgeon to finish up. And that was the right thing to do before this child ended up losing his life. And I'm telling you, with Dr. McBride, he's going to let gambling take his livelihood away and possibly somebody's life. Next, Ted tells Andre he had an affair. I can't believe that Ted is finally admitting to having an affair. And Andre says that he can't believe it. And I think that he's finally admitting to the affair to Andre. Well, number one, he knows that Andre idolizes him and he's not going to say anything. And second, he had to pay Leslie off. And so I think that's his conscience is getting at him. And he wants Andre to know because he needs somebody to talk to about this. He tells Andre that it was a long time ago when he had the affair, and that Martin was a baby and Kat wasn't born yet. And he said that he and Nicole was going through a rough patch. She was going through IVF treatments and just everything was about being on a schedule. And yeah, that's his excuse. And also Nicole had a couple of miscarriages. They were going through a lot. And he said he started hanging out with his frat brother. And so that lets me know that he was hanging out at a bar with the frat brothers, doing what frat brothers do and acting like he's single. And then he met a waitress who waited tables during the day and bartended at night. And so we know this is Leslie. And, you know, I thought that Leslie had some type of medical background and that maybe that's how she and Ted met, because she was a nurse, that she's putting potassium in Laura's IV. I'm thinking that the woman has some type of medical training, also her knowledge of getting on the nurse's portal and knowing what to do, but apparently she doesn't. So yeah, that's interesting. He said that she was carefree and funny and had an odd sense of humor. And he said she had got pregnant and the abortion was Leslie's decision and he was relieved. I don't know about that. I don't know if Ted's lying or if Leslie did agree to get an abortion and she just, I don't know. I guess we'll find that out later on. He said that Leslie eventually, after getting the abortion, she left town. And he said he was just scared straight. So he never had an affair again. And he hopes that, well, Nicole never found out. Of course she didn't, because we would be hearing about it. And he hopes that she does it. And Andre asked him, why is he bringing it up now? Especially since it's been 20 plus years ago. So Ted tells Andre that Leslie, aka Dana is Leslie's real name, showed up at Nicole's job and the award ceremony, so he had to pay her off because he doesn't know what she's capable of. And again, like I said in the previous video, paying Leslie off is not going to solve the situation. I mean, I'm wondering to myself, does Ted know how crazy Leslie is? I wonder. Next, Leslie tells Eva she should be grateful that she's done so much for her. And Eva says that I guess Alan was Leslie's husband and Eva's stepdad, or maybe a long-term boyfriend, they don't say. And Leslie says that Alan wasn't Ted. And Eva says that Ted didn't want her, meaning that Ted didn't want Eva. And Eva doesn't know that Ted didn't know about you because your mama told Ted that she had an abortion. So Leslie says that she's trying to fix a wrong. And I wonder what wrong she's trying to fix. I mean, she was kind of vague on that. Eva apologizes because Leslie goes into this whole rant about Eva's trying to peg her as being crazy. Only a crazy person would do the things that's Eva's accusing her of. And no, honey, that's you. You're crazy. So she's doing that because she knows Eva's going to back up and say, no, I'm not saying that about you and that I love you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry. Eva should be scared, very scared, because Leslie is crazy. But I don't think she'll do anything to Eva, but it's just the point that her mama is crazy. Next, Ted says a weight has been taken off his shoulder by telling Andre, I bet he's been holding on to that secret for 20 plus years. Next, Dr. McBride gets a call from Randy, and Randy asks how the surgery went. And Dr. McBride says that he almost killed a little boy and that he's exhausted. He's getting less than 4 hours of sleep a night. Is going to the casino really worth it? I mean, like, Dr. McBride is a cardiac surgeon, so he's not a pauper. He's not hurting for money. And his wife has money. She's a luxury real estate realtor, so they're not hurting for money. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I've never understood gambling addiction. I don't know. But it's an addiction nevertheless. But is it really worth losing everything? And I don't know. You can't talk sense to somebody who has an addiction, but I don't know what it's going to take with him, because he almost killed this little boy. So I don't know. And it seems like that's still not enough for him to try to make a change and say, hey, this is not worth it. I don't know. Next, Leslie tries to call Ted's office, and she says that she will not be ignored and she will see him at the party. Yeah, and Ted thought he was getting rid of her. He'll see. And that is the end of the episode.